and you take a look at what potentially could happen in the financial markets. Richard Russell came out this week and said when Ben Bernanke was asked if gold was money, he answered no. When Bernanke was asked why the U.S. held the largest hoard of gold of any nation on earth, he answered convention. He was also asked why not diamonds. He says, my take, Bernanke is either dishonest, a liar, or ignorant. Take your choice. My pick, he's up against the wall and dishonest. The Federal Reserve is all about fiat money. Is it any wonder that the Fed chairman had to deny that gold is money? Some prognostications, predictions of the future when it comes to gold. These are in our newsletter. At the beginning of the year, Nick Bereshef saying this, at the beginning of the year when gold was trading around $1,350, our forecast gold would climb to $1,700 to $2,000 by the end of the year. As we move past the midway point of the year, we are certainly on track to meet that price range. Also coming out this week, Jim Sinclair. He says, here is more of the same old, same old. Of course, there will be a deficit deal. A U.S. default will not occur as long as the Fed has a printing press. The default deal will not in any way be a cure for the debt problem. Gold will take out $1,600 and $1,650 on its way to test $1,764. 1,600, like all other round numbers, presents nothing more than a temporary challenge to the market in that only. In fact, Jim Sinclair believes, and you can read this in the newsletter, and this is quite fascinating, he believes 1,764 paves the way to $12,000 gold, and he explains why. Jim Sinclair's father, Bert Seligman, was a partner with legendary trader Jesse Livermore. And Jim actually said, keep in mind Livermore's saying, as we move through this bull market, men who can both be right and sit tight are uncommon. I found it one of the hardest things to learn, but it's only after a stock operator has firmly grasped that that he can make big money. So what they're basically saying is you need to buy and hold and hang on for the ride. Don't get knocked in and out of the markets. Stan Chart's Yan Chen was interviewed by Bloomberg. Very interesting interview. He came out, and you can watch this video in the newsletter. He came out and said gold may reach $5,000 by 2020. John Taylor, the founder of FX Concepts in New York, the world's largest currency hedge fund, said that gold will surge to $1,900 an ounce by October of this year. Last week, and we have it in the newsletter, we had that article from Ambrose Evans-Pritchard. He was talking with Peter Hambro, who's the chairman of one of Britain's biggest gold companies, and he was given a text, as we talked about on the last show, and the text from a big U.S. bank said, if QE3 happens in the United States, you could see $5,000 gold and silver at $1,000. So, it goes on because, Harold, this week New Edge came out and said they see gold at $1,800 in 2011. Silver, no, this is big, silver at $70 by March on Asian demand. And that is stunning. You think about it, by March of next year to have $70 silver, there is some serious money to be made in the silver market, Harold.
Oh, you bet. In actual fact, it's almost double where the price is right now. And if you don't think that can happen, just look at what happened last year and look what happened in the first quarter of this year. Last year, July, at the end of the year, silver was at $17.10. Went all the way up to 30 90 days later, finished the year at 28 or started the year at 28 and went all the way to 50. So we've seen in the last year two different occurrences where you've seen the price of silver go up 40 to 50%. So the fact is that it is going to happen again. The fundamentals are very strong. No matter what happened back a month and a half ago when silver dropped in 4 days from 50 down to 32.70. Now it's back up to 40. And again, by the end of the year, the market's going to be probably between $50 and $65, depending on how strong the buy orders there are above the $50 level. But it goes to show you, though, what we say every week, that the trend is your friend is true. The fact is that the government from time to time will bring down certain markets because they're concerned about inflation. For example, they did that with oil back in 2008. When oil went up to 150, they brought it all the way back down to, what was it, $30?
Right around $30, yes.
Now it's back up to 100. They brought silver from 50 down to 32 in May. Now it's July, and it's back up to 40. And again, by the end of the year, we'll hit brand new highs, lifetime highs. So again, they can do whatever they want with the markets on a short-term basis. We're not short-term traders. We're buyers and holders. That's why we've been saying buy and hold physical silver for the last decade. If you bought silver 10 years ago at $4 and bought 10,000 ounces for $40,000, you're now worth $400,000. Tell me any other investment that is giving you that type of return in that period of time with so much disarray in the world economy. So again, we need to stick with our game plan. We're going to own physical gold and silver and diamonds. We're going to hold on to them. And the reason we want to hold on to them, we don't necessarily trust the governments very much, especially in the United States. They're doing things that are a little bit suspicious right now. And because back in the Roosevelt days, the U.S. government did confiscate gold, there are rumors that there may not be as much gold or any gold in Fort Knox. There's a lot of rumors going around that are very concerning. As small investors, we need to take care of ourselves. We need to do the right thing. We need to put our money away privately. You need to own some diamonds. You need to own some physical gold and silver. Again, those are the areas that we're going to make our money over the next 5 years. If I'm right, which I believe I am, in 5 years we're going to see interest rates at about 20 to 25%. Our game plan is to make our money in the next 5 years, cash out, and put our money in the bank at 20, 25%. It would be a godsend to us. So that's what I truly believe is going to happen. Again, so far everything has gone extremely well. The markets have performed almost exactly the way that we've anticipated that they would. And the future for us in hard assets looks extremely bright, where if you were in the stock market, I wouldn't be able to sleep at night.
The telephone number to invest in precious metals, 1-866-623-2002. Learn more. Contact Worldwide Precious Metals. Harold recommends Worldwide. They're out of Vancouver, a Canadian company, and that's who you want to deal with. Company in Canada. This is what they do. They specialize in precious metals. The telephone number, 1-866-623-2002. The website is wwpmc.com. You can ask about getting on the list for our free weekly newsletter as well. Before we take a break here, Sean Boyd, Vice Chairman of Agnico Eagle, came out and said he expects $2,200 to $2,400 gold and $60 to $75 silver in the next 12 to 18 months. Very, obviously, very, very bullish. John Embry came out this week and said possible high triple-digit silver before everything is over. And he says he can easily foresee triple-digit silver. I don't consider that the least bit outrageous, and it might be high triple digits before it's all over. You can read that in our newsletter. Peter Schiff said this week that he thinks silver will trade over $200. Very, very bullish. Rick Rule says silver will outperform. He's very bullish on silver. And one of the stories that I think is an interesting read, the Hong Kong Exchange that we've been talking about for the last couple of weeks has started trading silver futures. And a lot of people believe that this will be something that could break the backs of the shorts that are shorting the silver market and drive gold and silver prices substantially higher. Get that info and more in our newsletter. Learn about investing in precious metals. Call 1-866-623-2002. The website, wwpmc.com. We're going to come back, talk about diamonds, as the World Financial Report on Radio with Harold Siegel and me, Randy Marshall, continues right after this. Welcome back to the World Financial Report on Radio with Harold Siegel. My name is Randy Marshall. Joining us via the telephone, our financial expert, Harold Siegel. We're taping this show on July 22nd, 2011 at approximately 9:05 in the morning Mountain, 11:05 Eastern. Radio show runs on AM 640 in Toronto, 630 CHED in Edmonton. Ever miss a radio show, go to Harold's website. All the shows are archived there, HESradio.com. In fact, I listened to about 5 different shows during the week as I was working away, HESradio.com. To invest in precious metals, Harold recommends one company only, that is Worldwide Precious Metals. They're based out of Vancouver, a Canadian company, been in business over 10 years, the entire time of the bull market. This is what they specialize in. They're not going to try and sell you a Big Mac along with maybe some fries and some precious metals. No, they specialize in precious metals. The telephone number 1-866-623-2002. The website wwpmc.com, wwpmc.com. You can get your name on the list for our free weekly newsletter through the website or by speaking with them. Harold's website for diamonds is rarecoloreddiamonds.com, rarecoloreddiamonds.com, and we haven't mentioned it in a while. If you go to the website, and I do on a regular basis, take a look at the Rare Colored Diamonds Historical Value Tracker System. If you're new to our show, go there. It's a tool for you to view the potential future value of rare colored diamonds based on the current market trend of a particular color or type of diamond. And it is proprietary. Harold's website is the one that developed it, and his website is the only one that has it. And it is completely fascinating. You can take a look at it along with an interview. Harold was interviewed by BTV, and it ran on the Canadian Business Channel, ran around the world. You can watch 2 interviews on his website. Our featured diamond of the week, if you go to the website rarecoloreddiamonds.com, click on the featured diamond of the week. This week, it is a beautiful 0.49 carat oval, fancy, intense, bubblegum pink Argyle diamond. And it was funny. I was saying to Harold, that really does look like bubblegum pink. It is spectacular. The color of this diamond is why people buy pink diamonds. It's the perfect pink, and it really is. 95% of Argyle pinks are under 0.25 carats. This diamond is twice that size, and ovals look larger than other cuts. It looks massive, and Harold highly recommends this diamond as an investment diamond for your portfolio. We have it in the newsletter. I'm looking at it right now. Love the cut. Love the color. Speak with Harold about it. You can talk to him, connect with him, rarecoloreddiamonds.com. You can also call him, 1-800-432-1022, 1-800-432-1022. A couple of stories before we speak with Harold about diamonds. Novell's Lando, and that's Alan Lando, Chief Executive Officer of Novell Asset Management. He did an interview. We have that interview in the newsletter. You can watch it. He actually says that he thinks there could be huge returns possible in diamonds. In fact, they have started a diamond fund. We obviously don't think that's the way to go. We think that you should own them outright physically, but they are actually starting a diamond fund where they're going out buying diamonds, like colored diamonds that we're offering. Also an article, it's very, very long, but Harold and I both think it's a must read. It's called Tickled Pink and Feeling Blue, The Color of Money, and it talks about colored diamonds. And it is one of the best articles we've had in a long, long time. And I would say that this is a must-read, so get the newsletter from Harold. You can connect with him, rarecoloreddiamonds.com or 1-800-432-1022. He'll send out the newsletter to you. You can read all that information, watch the interview. Harold, take a look, though, at that featured diamond because it is amazing. And last week we mentioned the Argyle tender is out, only 55 pink diamonds for the entire world. The entire world, 55 pink diamonds from the Argyle mine for the 2011 tender. Wow, to say the least.
You bet. It's a very, very exciting time. I mean, when the Argyle tender starts coming up, the whole buzz is about pink diamonds, and pink diamonds are skyrocketing. By the way, in that report that's in the newsletter about Alan Lando, the Chief Executive Officer, the reason that the hedge funds are now getting into the diamond market is because they're on fire. The diamond prices jumped 26% in the first 6 months as rough gem production failed to match surging demand. So the fact is that everything that we've been telling you about the rare colored diamond market is happening right now. We're now going to enter into the biggest bull market in rare colored diamonds that you have ever seen. In fact, most people are not familiar with rare colored diamonds as an investment, but back in 1979 and 80, when we had an almost identical situation to what we have right now, high oil prices, high inflation, world problems financially. Colored diamonds went up in 1979 and 80 500% in 2 years. 500%. That means that they actually raised prices every single quarter. It was an unbelievable time. I was just really starting in the diamond market at that point, and it was an overwhelming time for me because I was just really getting established. I was also around the time that I was trading precious metals, gold and silver, where gold went from $35 all the way up to $8.50, and silver went from $1.25 all the way up to $52. But during those times, colored diamonds went up 500%, and now we're entering into an almost identical type of market. You know, there's very few times in your lifetime that you get a second kick at the can, and we're getting it both in precious metals and in diamonds. And again, we are very fortunate to have guessed right 10 years ago and brought this investment opportunity to our Canadian clients and listeners, and just look at how the results are coming out. I'm so pleased, but the best is by far yet to come. Where we do believe